Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. And you're getting ready for the racing that's going to be taking place out at Turffontein. I'm going to hand over to the postman that's going to be tipping out at Turffontein, and he's going to take you through the card.
Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are. And a big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Racing comes to us on 16th of Jan, that's Monday, from the Turffontein Standside track. There are 8 races carded, guys, and the first is due off at 12:30. The first race, the first leg of our bipod, is a maiden plate over 1160 meters. I don't think there's anything strong in this race. I don't think anything going to Hollywood. And my narrow first selection will be the filly, horse number 9, Mother of Pearl. Keegan de Melle for Johan Janssen van Vuren. Has had one run, was a fair effort behind Trey Amishi. Did finish the race off with respiratory noise. And in this field, I think this is the right one at roundabout, or joint favourites at 13 or 14 to 10. For second, I've gone for horse number 1, Phantom of the Forest. I see Simanga Kamalo gets around here for Joey Somo. I don't know why. Gavin has jumped off. This one has had 9 chances, still a maiden. So as I said, not going to Hollywood. For third, this is the one that tweaks my interest. This is horse 3, Air Fusion. Gavin Lorena for the Johan Janssen van Vuren yard. Did have one really average run with Gavin aboard. Did finish the race off coughing, so did have some excuses there. Has scope for improvement. Guys, watch the betting on this one. Currently 8 to 1. If this one goes down well and there's a touch of support, maybe throw this one in exactors and swingers and include in your bipod. For fourth, we've gone for the first timer, the 7, Let's Go Global, Ryan Munger for Tyrone Zaki. Very good combination. We know he always rides well for Tyrone. I think this may be a touch sharp. However, in this field, good enough to run into one of the minor spots. So race 1, 9, 1, 3, and 7. Race 2 on the card, guys, due off at 13:05, merit rate at 94 handicap. To be run over 2,000 meters. This is the first leg of the place accumulator. And in this event, my first selection here is the 4, Total Protection. Ryan Munger for Ashley Fortune. Very good effort last time out. Behind a top sort, 2 lengths behind Porto Manzano. If, and I don't see why not, this one gets the 2,000 meters, I think this will be a tough nut to crack. For second, we've gone for the ultra-consistent horse number 2, Flashy Apache. Gav Lorena retains the ride here for Tyrone Zaki. He rode and won on this one last time out, running on really well over 1,600. The 2,000 should again be right down this one's alley. And again, certainly good enough for exactors and swingers. For third, we've thrown in horse number 6. This is Twin Turbo at the bottom of the weights. Sianda Sasiba will only be claiming 3.5 kilos. This did win last time out with Sianda aboard with 49 on its back. Certainly good enough to run a drum here. For fourth, we've gone for the top weight, horse number 1. This is Express from the US. This one was staying on last time out, 2 lengths behind Platinum Sky, suggesting that this one is starting to come back to form. Again, if the distance is not too far, I certainly think this again could be back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 2, 4, 2, 6, and 1. We move on to the third race of the card, due off at 13:40. This is a maiden plate for over 1,400 meters. First leg of, I think, the carryover pick 6. And in this event, guys, my first selection here is horse number 2, Stepping Out. Again, Ryan Munger for David Newage, and I think Ryan and Gavin are the jocks to follow. Last time I let the side down. I'm putting a line through that. I think is a lot better than that effort. We go and we look behind Tamara's Tree, finished second. We go and look behind Global Approach. Those are some decent efforts. And I certainly think that round about 6 to 1 is a decent price here, maybe worth a each way touch. For second, I have gone for the 9. This is the favorite, Vitellius. Randall Simons for the mowing yard. Currently 11 to 10. I couldn't take that at that price. Has had one run, was a very good effort. However, did open up 8 to 1, drift out to 20 to 1. Maybe we must sit and watch and see if there's more to come from this, but as I said, certainly wouldn't be taking 11 to 10. If you're taking a pick 6, again, we cannot leave this one out. For third, we have gone for another roughy here. This is the 10 World Heritage. Wednesday mowing for Bridget Stidolf. Last time out, improved effort, finishing 4th behind Back to the Future. Was handy on that occasion, and again, maybe good enough in a weak field to run into back end of trifectas and quartets. Guys, for 4th, I've gone for the 12 Miss Christmas. Nice jockey trainer combination, nicely drawn at 1. Currently around about 12 to 1. Guys, watch this one go down, see if there's any support for this daughter of Master My Fate. If there is, and you want to throw this one in, don't forget it is a first timer, so if it arrives and one of the other selections runs second, we still go ahead with the pick 6. But if you're looking at taking swingers and exactors, watch this one go down, see if there's a touch of support. This one could be anything from a good jockey trainer combination. So race 3, 2, 9, 10 and 12. We'll move on to the 4th race in the card, due off at 14:15. This is a Pinnacle Stakes for the girls to be run over 1400 meters, first leg of jackpot 1. And in this race, we find my best bet on the card, and this is horse number 1, Under Your Spell. Calvin a bit for Sean Tarry, currently around about 18 to 10, 2 to 1. Last time out to finish 3rd, it was behind Humdinger, is 2 kilos better off, is drawn better than it was last time out, and I certainly think that Under Your Spell will take a power of beating. For second, I've gone for horse number 5, taking a bit of a chance here. Follow Me. Jeff Seister gets a ride here for Stewie Pettigrew. Jeff rode and won on this one 3 runs back, beating Queen of Shadows. And I certainly think that Jeff gets on all right with this horse. We know it ran 4th last time out. The second horse has come out and franked that form. And again, larger perms, throw in the 5. I think good enough for swingers and exactors. For third, I've gone for the other joint favourite, horse number 2, Humdinger. Keegan DeMella for Mike de Kock. As I said, this did finish second last time out. Was a very, very good effort. I think, again, this will jump. I think will sit handy. And again, certainly good enough to be there and thereabouts. For 4th, we've gone for the 8, Queen of Shadows. Melisele Kajedi gets a mount here for Alec Laird. He will be claiming his 2.5 kilos. Queen of Shadows will only be carrying 49.5, and with that bottom weight, certainly must be thrown in if you're taking a large perms for pick 6s, and if you're taking trifectas, swingers and exactors and quartets, 8 may be good enough there. So race 4, 1, 5, 2 and 8. Race 5, guys, this is due off at 14:50, met rated 86 handicap over 1400 meters. This is the first leg of the second jackpot. And in this event here, my first selection is horse number 9, Rule by Force. Gavin Arena for Joey Somo. Very, very decent form this one has. Last time out, under the hands of Gavin, came through over 1400 meters at this track and won, beating Future Wolf going away. I certainly think that the 8 draw is not going to affect this one. I think Gavin will jump, he will sit off them, and this one will be running on when others have cried enough. For second, I have gone for horse number 2. This is Fast Love, Keegan DeMella for Johan Janssen van Vuren. Again, I certainly think that this one will be there and thereabouts. Normally this one will jump or be up there. I don't see why they will change tactics. And again, I think that this is good enough for swingers, exactors and quartets. For third, we've gone for a nice raffia. This is 8, Ignatius. Randall Simons for Jan Jansen van Vuren. I see they have thrown blinkers on, so just watch and see if there's any support for this one. I'm putting a line through that. I think maybe the 2000 was a touch too far. Last time out, reverting back to the 1400 meters, maybe good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. For fourth, we've gone for the 1 base UA, JP van der Merwe for the Boertus Forstler yard. Nicely drawn at 1. I do think this will be better at the Turffontein inner track, but good enough to fill in the back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 5, 9, 2, 8, and 1. The 6th race of the card, drew off at 15:20. This is a merit rated 67 handicap for the girls to be run over 2,000 meters. Guys, this is a field race, putting as many as your budget would allow. My narrow first selection is a 3 Liverpool legend, Gavin Arena for St. John Gray. I think St. John's going to have a decent race here, and I think we'll go close. For second, I've gone for 4, Go Flickety. I'm putting a line through that. I think that is a lot better than his last run. Keegan DeMello gets a ride here for Gavin van Zyl. And again, must be included in all exotics. For third, we've gone for number 9. This is on Pity Pat. This is the maiden in the race from St. John Gray's yard. I see that St. John's put Muzi aboard this one, carrying only 54.5. Again, this filly must be in with a chance. For fourth, we've gone for the 2 Last Cheer, Ryan Munger for St. John Gray. As I said, I think St. John has a strong hand here. This one has dropped in class, must be included as well. Larger perms, as I said, if you can afford the field, throw in maybe the 5 Cerulean Dancer. Very, very tough race. We've gone 3, 4, 9, and 2. Race 7 on the card. This race 7 is due off at 15:50, merit rated 84 handicap for the girls, over 2,000 meters. And my first selection here, and quite a strong first selection, is the 4 Trump by Queen. Ray Danielson gets your ride here for Gavin van Zyl. Raymond rode this one last time out, ran on from Stone last, and ran on to win going away. And I certainly think that this is the horse to beat. For second, I have gone for the 5 Dark Travel, and this one is 2.5 kilos better off than Trump My Queen for just over 2.5 length beating. I think again this one may be good enough to run into the exacta money. Maybe you can throw this one in all exotics as well. For third, we've gone for the 7 Stunning Kitten, nice galloping mass of 52. Philisandin Tuli gets a ride there for Paulie Matchett. Nicely drawn at 1. Certainly can be there when the whips are cracking. For fourth, I've gone for the 2 Southern Song, JP van der Merwe for Mike and Adam Azzi. 2,000 meters, I think will suit this one down to the ground. Has been running to some decent sorts, and again, definitely worth a place chance here. It's for race 7, 4, 5, 7, and 2. The 8th race on the card, the Lucky Last, due off at 16:20, merit rated 66 handicap, over 1,160 meters. And in the 8th race, guys, we find my value bet on the day, and this is horse number 4, Tambavati River. Again, Ryan Munger for Ashley Fortune. Reverting back to the sprinting distance, I certainly think this one will go very, very close at 6-1. I think it's drawn on the right side of the track. And as I said, 6-1, certainly worth an each way touch there. We're not going to get burnt. For second, I've got a nice roughie here for us, guys. This is horse number 6, Jet Cat. Jeff Seister gets a ride here for the Van der Westhuizen yard. I think it's a lot better than its last run. Has had 2 runs, course and distance for 2/3. And at a big price, I think certainly good enough to run a drum. For third, again, gone for another roughie here. This is the 10 Dark Tide. Maricela Kajedi gets a ride here for the Bronkhorse yard, claiming it's 2.5. This will be carrying 54. Nice handy galloping mass. I certainly think it is a lot better than its last effort, and I think that we'll go and look. Maricela rode this one 2 runs back, whereby he won over 1100 meters at the course, and I certainly think again this one can be there when the whips are cracking. For fourth, we've gone for the 12. This is Feather the Nest. King in the Miller for St. John Gray. Drawn on the right side of the track. Did have excuses last time out. Maybe good enough to fill in the one of the minor spots. So race 8, 4, 6, 10, and 12. As I said, guys, there are some decent horses to punt. Watch betting on first timers. Check for scratchings, guys. Check for jockey changes. Must have a go with the pick 6. Please use our suggested numbers as a guideline, and don't forget, always include what you fancy. Guys, look after yourself. Take care. Stephen, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that input, the postman. We really appreciate the time and effort that you've put in to your card out at Turffontein. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.